Good day, everyone! Today, we will be introducing psychology to non-psychology majors in a simple and easy to understand way.
We'll discuss what psychology is, what it is not, its major goals and branches, its real-life applications, and why it's important in everyday life.
But before we start, we would like to introduce ourselves. I am Florence Marie Abatayo Digal.
I am Jane Lex Lilos po.
And I am Rowena Cisa Pilero.
To start, we must know what is psychology. Psychology is the systematic and scientific study of behaviors and mental processes. Psychology is a word common to the vocabulary of most. However, this doesn't mean that we are now fully familiar to the term. It is inevitable to still have misconceptions about psychology. Worry not, because we are here to clear them. Misconception number 1. Psychologists can read minds or predict the future. And misconception number 2. Psychology is just common sense. People often believe that psychologists have a special ability to read minds. Psychologists relying on research and observation. They are trained to describe, explain, predict, and control or influence, all of which we will explain later on. Misconception number 3. Psychology is not a real science. Wrong. Psychology uses the empirical, scientific method just like the natural sciences. Psychologists formulate testable hypotheses, design controlled experiments, collect data, and use statistical analysis to draw objective conclusions. The use of the scientific method makes it a science, even if the phenomena it studies are incredibly complex. Misconception number 4. All psychologists are therapists. Clinical and therapy is a significant part of the field, but psychology is vastly diverse. Psychologists work in numerous areas outside of clinic practice, namely forensic psychology, industrial, organizational psychology, and developmental.
Major goals. There are 4 major goals in psychology: describe, explain, predict, and control. Describe. It is the first goal of psychology, where we describe the different ways that organisms behave. Example, a psychologist notices that many students experience rapid heartbeat, sweating, and shaking before taking a big exam. This goal only answers what is happening. Explain. The second goal of psychology, to explain the causes of behavior. For example, the psychologist explains that students show symptoms of anxiety because they fear failure or feel pressure from parents and teachers. This goal answers why is it happening. Predict. The third goal of psychology, to predict how organisms will behave in certain situations. For example, based on observations, the psychologist predicts that students who have poor study habits and high stress levels are more likely to experience anxiety before future exams. This goal answers when or under what conditions will this happen again. Control. Lastly, the fourth goal of psychology is to control an organism's behavior, to influence or intervene. For example, the psychologist teaches students relaxation techniques, time management, and coping strategies to reduce anxiety before exams. This goal answers, how can we make a positive change? And because psychology is a very diverse course, it has many branches, namely clinical, industrial, counseling, developmental, cognitive, social, abnormal, forensic, and many more that we can identify.
Psychology has much more to offer. Here are the applications of psychology in daily life. First, it's enhancing communication. Psychology provides insights into how we send and receive messages both verbally and non-verbally. Understanding non-verbal communication helps you interpret other true feelings and ensures your own message is being received as independent. Techniques like active listening are based on psychological principles to foster empathy and reduce misunderstandings in relationship and at work. Decision-making and problem-solving insights from cognitive psychology can help your recognizing and overcome mental shortcuts that often lead to poor choices. Knowledge from common cognitive biases such as anchoring effect or the confirmation bias allows you to step back and make more rational informed choice rather than an impulsive one. Managing stress and promoting well-being. Applying psychological practices is essential for maintaining good mental health and building resilience. Techniques derived from therapies such as cognitive verse structuring help you manage overwhelming emotions and reduce anxiety. Influencing behavior and building relationships. Psychological principles are constantly in our social interactions and how we are influenced by others. Businesses use psychology like the mere exposure effect to influence consumer choices. Understanding concepts like empathy and attachment styles can strengthen relationships and connect more deeply with people. And lastly, the importance of psychology. The importance of psychology lies in its ability to scientifically study the mind and behavior to improve individual well-being, like through mental health, treatment, and personal growth. It can also strengthen social relationships and solve societal issues.
とした感謝に気づいた時会計が